Great morning to everybody. Happy Monday to everybody. First of all, let me tell y'all, that ain't my music. I don't own the rights to no goddamn music around here. I don't need nobody trying to shut no channels down or nothing. Happy Monday morning to everybody in ATL. I'm your man OG Truth with a 2 hertz with a Z coming at you with the nothing but the true ATL weekend review. Thanks a lot, Kirby Smart, for fucking up an immaculate weekend. Thank you very, very much. Um, we're going to talk about a few things this morning. First things first, let me say to Charlie Morton retired yesterday. He threw his last pitch in the top of the second inning, and Brian Snicker took him off the mound, and he retired how he wanted to retire a Brave. Braves did win the last game of the season 4-1. We go into um, all season mode. Kind of glad it's over with. This season was, to put it mildly, this season was a fucking train wreck. Ain't no other way to put that. Um, it's a lot of fingers that could be pointed when it comes to the season. Um, had injuries. You had this suspension by Profar after game 3 or 4. He got the 80-game PED suspension. Acuna started the season on the IL. Strider started the season on the IL. Then we started having pitchers go down, pitchers going down, pitchers going down. Started the season on a 7-game losing streak. Um, Michael Harris, Ozzie Albies went through horrible slumps. Austin Riley, I think, ended the season on the injured list, and just it was a season to forget for the Braves. Now questions being brought up on who's gonna stay, who's gonna go. Is Snit gonna retire? To my understanding, he's leaning towards retirement. If he doesn't retire, which I think he should, I mean, it won't fuck my day up if he say I'm going to come back. A guy like that, you kind of want to let him make go out on his own. But to my understanding, he is leaning towards retirement. I think he's already made his mind up. Um, the veteran players, guys like Chris Sale, and a couple other veterans, they want to send them out the right way. And what I got to say to that is, Chris, much respect to you. You did get a Cy Young Award last year, but you got hurt as well. And if I, you can't. I mean, you can't coach against injuries. That's why I didn't go as hard on Snit as some others did, because I know you can't coach against injuries. But I do respect what he did for the organization. If this was his last game, Snit Snit was brought in. Hank Aaron brought Brian Snicker in 50 years ago. Um, and he took Snit under his wing, and he been a Braves lifer. He done seen it all in the Braves organization. He done seen all the headache, the heartache, the disappointment. He's been in the been several years in the minor leagues. He 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 took over the team in the rebuild. and he stuck it out. The team got it together up under him. Won, started a playoff run. Finally won the World Series in 21. Um, but I think it was at the end. I think he was at the end of his rope right then. But you don't want to just tell him to get the hell on right then. You go ahead on and you let the guy go out on his own terms. So if he goes out on his own terms, um, hopefully the Braves make the right decision as the next skipper. I got my thoughts and choices on who I think should be in line, and the few names and we're gonna bring LT in on this too. Um, my top choice will be Chipper Jones. My next choice will surprise a lot of you, and it may be I may be a little biased on this, but my next choice would be Marquise Grissom. Um, After that, I would go Eddie Perez and then Walt Weiss and Eric Young Jr. You could throw him in, or Eric Young. You could throw him in there as well. So the Braves just need a. Yes, the players love playing for Snit, and but the Braves need a voice in that clubhouse that's gonna kind of shake, rattle, and roll them guys a little bit. You know what I mean? Piss them off a little bit. Like and you know what? It's funny because when I mentioned Marquise LT, when I mentioned Marquise, I remember Marquise always used to say this, and I was like this too. Marquise said he never liked none of his coaches. He couldn't stand them. The Braves need a manager like that in that clubhouse. Well, a few of the players just fuck them, can't stand them. If you notice, the New York Yankees, they got 27 world titles. All right. Go back to all the history of the New York Yankees, boy, with fights in the dugout, fights in the clubhouse, all that shit there. But they kept winning. So, LT, what are your thoughts on Charlie Morton retiring? Um, Retiring a Brave, and the possibility of Brian Snicker retiring, and just an overview of the Brave season.
For me, Charlie Morton, I think he had a decent career. 'Cause if I'm not mistaken, he was on that World Series title team. If I'm not mistaken. So
A
I mean,
footnote, a footnote about that. LT just mentioned the World Series title team. Charlie Morton pitched a full inning on a broke leg. You remember the line shot he took? I forgot who hit it for Houston, but Charlie Morton pitched a full inning on a broke leg. That's
right.
something you never forget.
Uh, yeah, I mean, just as well as what the center name was that played for the Falcons during our Super Bowl
Alex Mack.
run. Alex Mack, yeah, he played in the Super Bowl on a broke leg. So
Yes.
yeah, stuff like that you don't forget.
Yeah.
Um, but with Charlie Morton, I mean, he did his job. He did his due diligence while he was here. You couldn't ask for nothing, more than what he gave us. And at the end of the day, he helped us win a title in 2021.
Charlie
And
Morton
for
he was the model. Listen. He was the model of consistency. He was consistent. You knew what you was gonna get out of Charlie. Hey, you knew Charlie was gonna give up one homer off that regular ass curve. But guess what? Charlie always gave us 6 innings, and he kept us in the game. But
uh,
Charlie gonna throw that goddamn that ranking that ass curveball. Listen. Hey, it'd be 3-0. Look. It'd be 3-0 and the winning run on third. Charlie gonna throw that goddamn curveball.
as far as Snicker, I mean, don't get me wrong, he been with the organization for a long time. You can't scoff past 5 decades. What I can say is though, I think that the game has long passed him. Like you said, the way to do it was to let him go out on top at 21 when they won the championship then. But instead of doing that, he continued on to coach. I mean, and I'm not knocking that, but there's a lot of stuff out of Sticker I didn't like. One of the things I definitely didn't like was when pretty much the Marlins put a bounty out on Ronald Acuna,
He
and
finally, you know what's crazy? He finally bowed his neck on that.
I don't care if you finally did it now. Like you years late. After
Yeah,
this,
I mean, yeah,
the first couple times, like maybe like the first time or the second time, you think like, okay, that's just things happen because that's baseball. Sometimes the pitch can't escape you sometimes. But when you start noticing it becoming consistent, all right, listen, somebody finna throw me out the game or something. Because you ain't finna keep hitting my best player because you don't like the way he plays against y'all. You don't like the way that he's embarrassing y'all.
well, Snit, well, Snit was one of those guys. Well, he didn't want to lose a game or take a chance at losing a game or losing players because we retaliating and shit. I understand that part, but at a certain point, uh, you got to send a message. And
Well, get you a pump because this ain't like this happened one season. This happens several seasons.
yeah,
So like that what you saying? That what you saying? With all due respect, miss me with that. Cause like I said, if you did that in one series and I G check you for it, all right then. But like I watched these folks do this for years. Blowing his neck up with it now don't mean nothing to me. Cause
yeah.
it shouldn't even festered this long.
Well, a lot of people, had a problem with Schnick because they felt like he was not favorable of Acuna. Let me say this: Acuna, as talented as he is, he used to do a lot of dumb shit, and only a coach would know on certain shit. Um, he's maturing now, and he's coming up for his money soon. Acuna's pretty much told the Braves he ain't going nowhere. Acuna pretty much said we can kill all the suspense. I'm gonna be a Brave for life. Now that could change.
I mean, we said that about Freddie, but Freddie's situation was different. Unfortunately, and I hate to say it like this, the MLB wanted him out of Atlanta. He was a lovable guy, a favorable guy. They just didn't want him playing for the Braves organization no more. They were like, here, in hindsight, it's like the World Series title that he got was like here nigga damn, they go y'all championship with Freddie, like y'all got with Chipper, and y'all got so we could get Freddie up out of there so he could go play for the Dodgers, a big market team, so we could sell the team. But like I said, and you can tell that affects Freddie because when he came back the first time to play in Atlanta, you can see the emotions pouring through him. And
That
then
man,
when they and then
that
when
man,
they
was,
held
that man
and
was
then when
fucked up.
they and then when they held the All Star game in Atlanta, you can really see the emotions pouring through him when they introduced his name, and you can see in his face like, I shouldn't be wearing this Dodgers uniform right now. I should be wearing the Braves uniform, coming into the hometown crowd, giving everybody love. You know what I'm saying? That was you can see it on his face. But like I said, that was to me that's an MLB move because your agent purposely did not allow you to get the notifications of the contract that the Braves was offering you so you could get out of Dodge. You
Um,
allowed the communication to take place between him and AA so he could be in law so he could be a Dodger.
there was a lot of shit going on. I'm not gonna rule that out, but Freddie's Freddie's personal shit. That was a lot of personal shit going on with Freddie. See, backstory on Freddie Freeman. He's still to this very day fucked up off losing his mama. He lost his mama at age 11 or 12. His mama was like his best friend. His dad still out in California. His dad health failing, and his dad really basically out there alone. Um, His wife was in that modeling shit. Um, and I'm pretty sure she was in his ear, along with she been having her personal health issues. His wife almost died having one of their kids. So
I ain't know.
yeah. Like, Freddie's personal situation caused him to leave Atlanta more so. I'm not ruling out the MLB shit because of the fuck shit that that the agent did, but his shit was just more personal. So um, let's go to managerial candidates. Um, I listed my 4 or 5 guys. Who would you like to see come in to be the skipper of the Braves?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. I really don't know too many. The guy I would have chose that was on the World Series team, he's out there in California himself, Coach Washington. So,
Now, Wash got sick this year.
oh, for real?
We got a tactician in the house. Got a tactician in the house. What up, Cuzzo?
What's up? What's up?
Oh man, we talking Braves and start out the show. Charlie Morton threw his last pitch yesterday and retired. And with the pending retirement of Brian Snitker, who we want to see as the Braves manager. Anything you want to chime in on that?
Actually, I'm gonna let you fellas kind of run the gamut on it. I ain't really been up on my Braves that much, so I'm gonna sit back and
My first choice is Chipper Jones. Chipper Jones is still very much connected to the organization. They called him in to help little Mike. I got to get out of that. To help Michael Harris. Help Michael Harris. When you know somebody personally, you call them. I know Mike and his parents. So I call him Little Mike because his dad named Big Mike. But he helped Mike out with when Mike went through his slump. He's still connected to the organization. The only hang up is Triple Jones got a lot. He got more old school than the new school, and there's a lot of shit that's going on that he's gonna have to deal with, and it's gonna be tough for him to deal with. But he would be my first choice. My second choice is Marquise Grissom. Marquise Grissom, um, um, that was Michael Harris's travel ball coach. Late, from age 15 on through 18, he was Michael Harris trial ball coach. Michael Harris' first trial ball coach is a guy by the name of the Honorable Gregory Boo Mitchell. And if you're out there, what's up, Boo Mitchell? Gresham Park in the house. Gresham Park, shout out. Yeah, I'm a Southside cat. I'm Old National Park, but I got Gresham Park in me as well. Marquise, Marquise, he runs the MGBA, Marquise Grissom Baseball Association. Who he got affiliated with him? He got Marvin Freeman. He got former White Sox manager Jerry Manuel. Um, um, he got his brother Antonio Grissom, who's the head baseball coach at Morehouse College. Marquise is he been teaching. Marquise is a guy that teach the moral side of baseball. He makes sure these kids go out there and play the game the right way. Um, and he instilled that in all his kids. His son right now is a reliever for Marquise Grissom Jr. is a reliever for the Montreal. I almost said Montreal Expos. That's what Daddy was with the Washington Nationals. So he'd be my second choice. My third choice would be Eddie Perez. Usually, former catchers make great managers. Mike Matheny, Joe Torre, um, 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 Posada. Um, uh, Former catchers usually make great managers, and my last choice would be who was my last choice? Who was my last choice? I said that was it. Yeah, Tripper, Marquise, Eddie Perez, and I had another choice too. I don't know, too many drugs I do, but Braves going in all season right now, and more likely they're gonna be looking for a manager. Okay, let's go to what went on this weekend, Saturday. The first game of the day, we had Georgia Tech and Wake Forest. And I tried to tell y'all on Friday. I said, hey, that ain't gonna be an easy game for Tech, and it proved not to be a fucking easy game for Tech. boy, did that prove not to be an easy game. Tech literally, and look, I got a saying. Tech was in the middle of a 10 feet lake around 10 foot gators and got out of it. LT, what the hell happened Saturday at Tech? I mean
We
at
call
Wake
that
Forest.
Wake Forest. We call that a good old fashioned trap game.
Yep,
Uh, the Wake Forest came out to play, and Tech got to understand now that they are no longer the hunter; they are the hunted. So,
absolutely.
Wake Forest came to play. They came with it. They came with all expectations to get it upset. But I got to give. I'm gonna give a big shout out to Brent Key. What he has done with that program, he's built a quality program, and I say this because they know who they are as a team. They know their identity. Like they know, even though they were down by a couple scores and then and the town was starting to run short, they never got away from who they were as a
Never got
team.
away
They
from it.
still ran the football. They still ran the ball effectively. They passed the ball effectively. They played solid defense. They made key stops when they needed it. When they needed it. Let me repeat that for other fans that don't understand. They made key stops when they needed it the most. But yeah, but like I said, what they did, they stayed within themselves. They didn't get out of character. They played their game. They ultimately tied the game and took the game to overtime. And you saw the overtime. Now, granted, if I was Wake Forest head coach, I'm taking the PAT
You take the
and
PAT right then, coach.
overtime. But some folks want to try to make a name for themselves, and they get a little tad bit aggressive, and they cost them. So yeah, but like I said, that was a good old fashioned trap game, but I give Brent Key and company credit where credit is due. They weathered the storm and they overcame that storm.
What you got on that? What you got on that, Cuzzo?
I mean, I shout out to Tech for playing a gritty game. I mean, football is getting back to being gritty, ground and pound game. But hey, those kind of games like that, where it's like a nail biter, that's what makes a good team a good team. You're not always gonna have an easy win. And
No, it can't be easy. You know, it's just almost like you you chasing a girl. It's the thrill of the chase. You want to work hard.
yeah,
I got a little off on that. Dare I say that when the rankings come out, because Tech was 16th,
yeah.
there is it a good possibility that later on today Tech be ranked higher than Georgia?
I mean, right now, yeah, and
I think
LT,
I think take 16th now because the AP top 25 comes out the very next day after Saturday.
Oh,
Because
okay.
for what I've seen, Georgia done dropped all the way to 12th.
yeah, look, but see the
That's where
thing,
I expected them to go.
you look, but you made a good point though. I mean, now Tech, because they are moving up, they have got to play now not to. Well, I'm gonna say this: they got to play now not to lose because everybody's trying to knock them off their top spot. So yeah, you're right. So hey, and Georgia, yeah,
We
yeah, yeah,
my final words on Tech is just take it 1 week at a time.
yeah.
Don't look too far ahead. Uh, they're about I think they got Duke. No, they got Virginia Tech at home. Virginia Tech is never easy.
Nah,
And then
Nope.
after that, they go to Duke. Duke just
and they
went up
just
to
smacked
Syracuse.
they just smacked Syracuse. So you
In
gotta
LT words, they rubbed their sack on
across their face.
across the Syracuse face. That's LT. He's very disrespectful, y'all. He say very disrespectful shit.
And
So just stay
well.
focused. And thanks very much, Kirby Smart, for fucking up a few things. You fucked up my immaculate weekend, and you fucked up the possibility of a 1 versus 2 at the end of the year if Tech runs the table and you run the table. Now Saturday, God God was God just spared me a lot Saturday. Saturday, let me tell y'all what happened. I started watching the game. I saw Bama score their first two touchdowns. I nodded off. I woke up. It was 14-7. And then I saw it all the way through to the end of the first half where it was 24-14. I did the show with the guys. I came back in, nodded off again. When I woke up, it was 24-21 with 4 minutes left in the game. All right, one, I'm gonna let you start it, and then I'm gonna let LT close it out because I know LT got a bunch to say.
I'm just gonna say this. No, they didn't come to play. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Kirby, I don't know who took your brain out your head and left it in the petri dish while the game was going on, but don't do that no more. Don't do that anymore.
Well, what got a lot of people? First of all, everybody out there in the chat, make sure y'all hit them buttons. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure you put your channel in the chat, Mr. Tactician. Make sure y'all subscribe to. We got Mr. White Network in here as well. Make sure y'all subscribe to True Sports and Entertainment and the Tactician channel. Make sure you put it in there. But go ahead.
But yeah, so I mean, listen. We know Georgia normally being a defensive team, but that offense, come on, bro. Come on, you could at least gave the man a lifeline or something. It's Bama. Come on now.
A lot of Georgia fans are irritated with Kirby because they feel like he just lose his shit. He just go ape shit whenever he see Alabama, and everybody see when you lose like that, like we Kirby is 1-7 against Alabama. 5 of those times we were the better team in my opinion.
But you it's ego. You got.
Oh Lord, you better get the LT started.
It's ego. You play your best opponent like it's your last game, like it's life or death. You don't play your opponent like you got them licked. You know Alabama is our rival. You got to play them like a playoff game every time you play them. You don't never let up. You'll never go in and thinking you got them whipped. Never. We've seen this how many times? In how many years?
Georgia got around 6 rivals. So they should come to fucking play every week. Like for real though. Outside of Bama, you got Auburn. You got 2 ACC teams. You got Clemson, Georgia Tech, Florida, South Carolina, and then of course Alabama. But Tennessee.
Okay, I'm gonna put it in context. Alabama and UGA is damn near like the Saints and the Falcons. When they come, you play them with everything you got. Don't go in there thinking you got them beat. Don't go in there because Bama fans are inconsolable. The disrespect is inconsolable. You don't go in there taking them lightly at all.
Before LT hits you, Alabama fans, well, let me say this. Congratulations to you win. But if y'all go out here and you trick out 2 games later on in the season, all that shit, all that meant is we was y'all Super Bowl. While y'all around here telling us that y'all our Super Bowl, no, not actually, no, not really the last 3 to 4 years. Because in the last 3 to 4 years, we had a 33 game fucking winning streak. And y'all was included in that. That one time we beat y'all. So don't get beside yourself, okay? Yeah, we know the record. We 1-10 against y'all in the last 11 games. Congratulations, but it means nothing if you go out here and you trick out 2 games like you did late last after y'all beat us last year. After y'all threw all kind of confetti from beating us last year, then your ass wound up playing in the goddamn JJ's Rib Shack Bowl somewhere. Okay, so don't get beside yourself, Alabama fans. All that we own y'all, all of those shit there. It means absolutely zero if you go out here and you trick out 2 games later on in the season.
Not the barbecue sauce bowl.
Yeah. All right, LT. I already know. First thing you gonna say is Kirby's ego. I asked LT on Friday. What was the key to the game? He said, Kirby don't get, hey, Kirby don't let the ego get the best of him. Go ahead.
But did I call it though? Did I call it though? Did I not tell y'all Kirby ego was gonna cost him this fucking game, and his ego costed him his fucking game. First of all, why the fuck your team come out the goddamn gate? They flat as hell on both sides of the fucking ball. How are y'all flat? How are y'all flat on both sides of the ball? Your offense ain't perked up. Your defense ain't perked up. Both of y'all flat as just. Ooh, but see, listen, he ain't gonna ruin my weekend. No, he ain't gonna ruin my weekend. Let me tell you something. I know exactly what Kirby did. And listen, I had some extra money to spend. I lost $150 over the weekend because of this fucker. I would never put blame on. I would never place a bet on Georgia and Alabama as long as I'm black, and I'm black a long time.
How did your mother act?
Like a damn fool.
We already know. His mom is a Bama fan.
Now you know good and well you was too old. You was too young to be having high blood pressure medication, young man.
Well, you know they say we got to start going to the doctor more often when we hit our 30s, and I'm 34. Hell, I'm a few months away from 35. So yeah, but still, it's just the fact that Kirby, like your team, literally, you go out and do the same thing, and just like OG Johnson just said, at the time that we have lost to Alabama, we was better than them majority of those times. Now, if you said the national championship, that's a toss-up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't think Bama was that much. I ain't gonna say we was clear cut better than them, but we may be slightly better than them. 2020 when we lost, I mean, that was the COVID year. You can throw that out the door. When we lost in the SEC championship game, you've been dominating all year just for you to get smacked in the SEC title game. Yeah, you won the national championship. But see, now but then when you having losses like we've been having, it's starting to make me question, well, shit, will we have beat Alabama in the Natty if it weren't for Jamison Williams and Mechie being hurt? Because both those guys blew their knee out, and they neither one of them suited up for that game. So will we have won if they was on the field? Then you played them in 23 in the SEC title game. You lost that game. These boys were struggling against Auburn. They barely beat Auburn a week prior. They barely beat Auburn the week prior. And then
It's a rivalry game. The rivalry games go different. I keep trying to tell folks that, man. The rivalry games go different.
I get that, OG. I do. I'm not trying to scoff at it. I'm really not. But when I look at Georgia's situation, you are clearly a better team than Alabama, but yet you're losing to them. And the worst part I hate about the situation, I hate a coach that want to live and die on their narrative because they don't want to admit that they messed up. And that's what Kirby did this past Saturday. You got in the press conference saying on that fourth down play, if you ask me would I do it 10 times, I'll tell you I do it 10 out of 10. No, you wouldn't. You lying. You lying. And I know you lying. But you trying to stand fair.
You know what happened? Nobody beats the Belichick rule. Not even in college.
What's the Belichick rule?
Your team, no matter how talented, cannot outplay bad coaching.
Yep.
The Belichick rule. Nobody beats the Belichick rule. Nobody. College, high school, NFL. If your coach does not know how to coach talent properly, you're gonna lose games. You're gonna lose them all.
And that's the problem. Because don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that Georgia is a super duper talented team. But what I am saying is I'm looking at your losses and these, like, especially towards Alabama, these are weak Alabama teams. Y'all just like Chauncey just said, they beat us last year in Tuscaloosa. But then you turn around and watch these boys get shut out by Oklahoma, who was absolute garbage last year. They didn't score a point against Oklahoma.
You know why? Here's the problem. Kirby, I'm talking to you. You little short sack a nut. You, because Nick Saban is not in the league, does not mean Alabama is any less of an opponent. I'm going to say that again for you people in the back and you Georgia people that's got cotton in your ears. Just because Nick Saban is not in the league does not make Alabama any less of an opponent. You
They
got
still
to
have a
play
top 5
them.
recruiting class every year.
You got to still play them like they're the champions. I hate to say it. You don't have it. You don't have the reins on the league like you thought you did. Yeah, you got 2 natties. That's fine. But you still got to play every game like it's a championship. That's just the way it is.
And the problem I have with this situation, because like you said, yes, they did win 2 natties. But right now, you're currently 0-2 against Kellen DeBoer, when you should be 2-0 against Kellen DeBoer. When Saban left, if you losing to Saban, I can't be mad at that. It is Saban. Hell, I watched Saban win the championship at LSU back in 2002. So if you lost to Saban, okay. But you losing to a dude that came from the fucking Pac-12. They don't play no defense in the Pac-12.
Nope.
He don't know what SEC ball look like, but you losing to him. That's coaching. Out here, you go for it on 4th down twice, didn't get neither one. But now, if your kicker missed a kick, understandable. But you go for it on twice and didn't get neither one. But say if you kick the field goal both times and they make both of them, you win that game 26-23. But no, I got my damn dumbass offensive coordinator who I wanted decapitated a decade ago when he was in the first fucking time, but you brought back because he's your partner out here running a 4th-and-1 play with Cash Jones, who ain't been in the fucking game all day.
Don't that sound familiar?
Doesn't that
sound familiar?
That's on Kirby. That right
Your
there.
true freshman averaging 11 yards per carry,
Yeah,
and I run a 4th-and-1 running play with Cash Jones. I want to talk
when
a
I tell
bitch.
y'all, listen. They did that shit last year. Every time they got in trouble, they went to Cash Jones. Sometimes he came through. Sometimes he came through. Sometimes he didn't.
So you mean tell me they cashed him out and he came back?
Go to your room.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I'm sorry. You know how it was back in the day when we used to write checks. When you tell the people that you wrote the check for, don't cash that until a certain date. I guess we couldn't cash that until next Friday, to next Saturday.
Well, yeah, that's called post dating. Yeah, he was post dating.
Post dating check. Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was.
Listen, this is no disrespect to Cash Jones, even though he been here about for 6 goddamn years. Cash Jones, only motherfucker on that team right now that got 2 national championships. That's how long he been with Georgia. I bullshit.
Wait, cuz, you trying to say he that second year senior?
Cash Jones,
that boy a super senior.
Listen, Cash Jones was on both of the national title team. That was his freshman and sophomore year. So there's no disrespect to Cash Jones. Cash Jones is a tough, hard-nosed kid. He go out there and he play hard every game. All right, he gives it his all. He on special teams, this, that, and the third. He's a pretty. And guess what? Did you know? Did y'all know Cash Jones one of the fastest guys on the team?
He wasn't Saturday.
I mean, yeah, but I'm just saying though, Cash Jones is one of the fastest guys on the team.
He wasn't Saturday.
At any rate, you can't put. Look, man. If you want to have Cash Jones on the field, just have him in there to be a blocker. I mean, he's a Cash Jones be on the field because he picks up the blitz well. That's why he be on the field.
They pass the ball.
But there was no reason for him to pick up a blitz right there.
Just take the point. Just take the point.
I guess Kirby benched the kid for fumbling early. Okay.
To my Frazier.
Kirby, now is not time for see the thing about it, Kirby, you pick a bad time to have a teachable moment. Hey, look, when you wake up, hey, look, make them take a football home and take it to bed. But right now, you gotta have him on the field. Now, Arian Smith last year led the nation in drops. What number did he wear?
11.
What number that kid wore to drop that goddamn ball Saturday?
11. I know what
Burn
you
the
were saying.
fucking number 11.
I knew what you were about to say.
Get rid of the fucking number. Sorry, Aaron Murray. I think Aaron Murray won number 11. Right here. Okay, fuck it. Retire it. Retire Aaron Murray's number.
I mean, 11 ain't popular nowadays. I would think
11 is only good at the quarterback position. Don't have a motherfucker wear that bitch as a receiver. I don't even want a running back to wear number 11. He might cost that bitch up too much. No.
Nah, you don't want to do that.
It's like this,
I
man.
don't think you want to do that.
I'm glad we played that game early. Listen. Don't let Alabama cause you to lose to Kentucky, because Kentucky gonna come here smelling blood now. Hey, they in their feelings. They just lost to Alabama. We might be able to sneak them.
Yep.
Shit, you got Ole Miss right after that.
No,
you got Lane Kiffin. You got Lane Kiffin coming to town.
You had Auburn. You go to Auburn.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. You got Auburn. You got Auburn. And they ain't easy either.
That's never
that boy, don't get me wrong, they might have been losing recently, but that boy Jackson Arnold be going out there putting it on the line.
Y'all remember that old school show, Chauncey, Airplane, where the lady started tripping out and they had everybody lined up.
Everybody started knocking shit out of.
Yeah. That's what Georgia about to face. That right there.
Kirby.
His fucking ego.
Yes.
So you gotta check your ego at the door, bro. Look, folks already listen. Folks is already bowing down to you as the best coach in college football. Check your ego at the door, bro. Check your ego at the door. It's shit's getting ridiculous. We gotta listen to these dumbass, snagger too fast, fucking cousins, ass goddamn Alabama fans.
What the hell?
But it's crazy because, like, bro, like, when you have a real sports conversation with an Alabama fan, I've talked to several, and they all been and literally one of them said the same thing to me. He said, "I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't even understand how the hell we beat y'all the last 3 matchups, because y'all were clearly the better team." I said, I keep telling him the same thing. Kirby ego, that's all. Kirby's ego. Like you're right, because talent wise, y'all not better than us. But like as the tacticians been saying, nobody beats the Belichick rule.
Nope.
And that's literally what
Kirby, you get out coached at bad times, man, and that's not good.
Now, you want to know what's gonna really piss me off? Because you took an L to Alabama on some bull, but then when Texas come to town, you gonna roll to all them. You gonna hang 10 inches in them.
Oh yeah. Well, and because again, Nick Saban ain't here. But
you know what though, he used to curl up. He used to curl up against Saban. Like I don't know. It must be a Bama thing. I don't know, but all right. I can put it in context, and I'm gonna go NFL for a minute. Every coach and former student always had that relationship. Arthur Smith and Mike Vrabel, Dan Quinn and Raheem Morris, Saban and Kirby Smart. You get what I'm saying? They let the reverence for the teacher cloud their judgment on beating the teacher. That's the problem. See, when it comes to you my mentor, you may be my friend, but when it comes to winning the games, I gotta whip your ass. We'll be friends later. Mentor and teacher later. You see what I'm saying? And now that he's not there, there's a vacuum. So Kirby figure, oh well, Alabama ain't who they used to be. Well, if they ain't who they used to be, why are you setting your team up to fail?
That's like me being trained by Bruce Lee. If I decide to take on my master, if I'm gonna lose that fight, I'm gonna lose that fight due to you being the veteran, the savvy veteran that you are, the master that you are. But in Kirby case, you not losing because they're this type of veteran. You're literally making ill-advised moves that cost you. Mm-hmm. See, like I'm not gonna make, if I'm gonna fight Bruce Lee as my master, I'm not gonna make certain movements that's gonna cost me knowing I shouldn't be doing that. Why don't get out my character?
Right. You know what your team is good at. You know what your team is not good at. You know your quarterback may not be up to par. So what do? It's your job as the coach. And what did I always say about these couple of coaching standards? You got to put the welfare of your players above yourself. So that means I got to protect my quarterback at all costs. If I know he's not a gunslinger, then I got to make sure that run game is on par.
And it was. Our true freshman literally had 130 yards that night, on Saturday night.
You see what I'm saying? Now, if I know he's struggling in a specific area, I gotta call plays that's gonna play to his strength. That's just that. I ain't worried about who I'm playing. I'm worried about how I'm playing. Because I can have my ego after we win the game.
How did Mike Bobo do? Because I can't listen to these nitwits on social media because motherfuckers. Hey, as soon as I on my phone, fire Mike Bobo. So was he that bad Saturday or just motherfuckers just?
I'm gonna be brutally honest about this. Bobo, for the most part, actually called a decent game until that very last fucking drive, and he reverted back to Bobo. But I was pissed off.
Yeah,
because the game plan was solid. I'm not listen. You know, I'm nowhere near a Bobo fan. Now, like I said, I'm nowhere near a Bobo fan. But Bobo actually, the play caller was actually pretty solid for most of the game until that last drive, and then he ran them down 3 straight screens, and I was like, "Yep, there go Bobo. There he is. He showed up the wrong time, but there you go."
But see, the thing is, that's Kirby's fault because Kirby should have stopped him and said,
I was about to say that's on Kirby.
That Kirby should have been like, "Hey, that shit ain't working. We got to run something else before we run out of clock."
So Juan, what's the problem? Is Kirby's what?
Ego.
because again, here it's just like this. You sitting in the lawn chair with some lemonade talking about, "We got it. Go ahead and run it, Bobo." Bobo's like, "Okay, that one didn't work. I'm gonna do it again." All right, but Bobo, instead of saying, "Bobo, stop that shit, do something else." Oh, okay, keep going.
My last stance on this situation real quick between Georgia and Georgia Tech. All I'm saying is looking, and don't get me wrong. Yes, Kirby have won 2 national championships, but if I'm talking about building a program, I feel like, in my humble opinion, I'm feeling like Brent Key is building a better program than what Kirby has, all because I watched Brent Key team go down, but they never changed their identity and still won the game. That's how you know you're building a quality program. You got a quality coach. Because even though y'all facing adversity, you did not get out your character. You stayed within your game, and you still managed to win that game.
Brent Key had to survive losing Josh Gibbs.
Yeah.
Because Collins fucked that up. So, well, you know what? I can't put that on Collins because Paul Johnson left Collins real fucked up. So, but and he really was fighting in quicksand. But Brent Key got to do more teaching. See, he ain't got ready-made talent. He ain't got prima donnas. Kirby getting a lot of goddamn prima donnas. Now Kirby got to have counseling sessions and all that shit there. But Kirby, go hire y'all making enough money in Georgia. Go hire a couple of shrinks.
Well, what you just said something that went over people's heads. You can coach up a team that don't have the talent, but you can't you can't use bad coaching to win a game with good talent. That's the difference.
There's a saying that we, because I still coach, us coaches, we tell our athletes, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. It's a combination of these spoiled ass kids. Kirby kind of alluded to it in the summer. You're dealing with these entitled ass kids, but Kirby, what we can't survive, we can survive an entitled kid. What we can't survive is you letting your ego cost us another natty. So we gonna flip on to the Falcons. Make sure y'all hit them buttons out there. Everybody with Mr. Tactician. Make
Yes,
sure you hit
sir.
them buttons. Everybody with True Sports and Entertainment, hit them buttons. Mr. White Network, Mad Mike Podcast. Make sure y'all hit them buttons. I mean, man, OG Truth with the 2 Hertz with a Z, coming in with LT from the south end of Georgia, breaking up the south end, and up here with me, my cuz, the tactician.
Yes, sir.
Falcons win yesterday, 34-27, and I'm gonna start off and I'm gonna hit everybody hard. First of all, y'all can check y'all can suck a dog dick with that goddamn blaming the play caller shit, because guess what? The plays didn't change at all. The pistol didn't go no fucking well. Y'all threw a whole goddamn hissy fit about the pistol. They ran 95% of their plays yesterday from the goddamn pistol. Guess what happened different from this week than last week? What happened different? We actually executed. We didn't drop too many passes. We didn't have dumbass pre-snap penalties. Okay? All right. We made plays on defense when we needed to make plays on defense. That's what happened. That was the difference between yesterday and last Sunday. That was the difference. So y'all,
Okay. Because I'm gonna expand on that a little bit.
hey, hold on. Raheem Morris is still the dumbest motherfucker on the planet. First of all, we only won that game by 7 points. Okay, that game could have been a blowout. You know why? 4th and 1, Washington got the ball. They throw an out route to Deebo Samuel. They showed the replay. He didn't have 2 feet in. We didn't challenge it. They scored a touchdown. Later on in the half or early in the third quarter, we hit Drake London. He clearly gets across the first down. Pissed poor spot by the goddamn refs. Kirby, I called him Kirby. They acting like Raheem over there. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. Digging in his nose, digging in his ass. Don't challenge it. We go for it on 4th and 1. We ran Bijan, and you look on the goddamn, and you look on social media, everybody blaming Zach Robinson. No, you dumb motherfuckers. That's your fucking head coach. If you challenge that shit, we got the first down. We don't get them a short field, and they kick the field goal off that.
Okay.
He is incapable of running this. I'm Nino Brown, and Raheem is G Money. You are incapable of running. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change, boy.
Well, look. This is the problem. Our Falcons came out and they executed because we were prepared. That's number one. I said it last week when we got our asses handed to us. If you don't prepare your players, they can't execute. And firing coaches won't change that. Number 2, Raheem did not coach this damn game. He didn't.
God.
You know what? I'm going there. Michael Penix coached this game. Because for you to come out in a statement 72 hours before you play and say this win is on Michael Penix, this win is the funk he's got to get us out of, then you have relieved yourself of your coaching duties. Why? Because you too chicken shit to deal with the heat. Number 2, yes, you clearly didn't want to coach because that call received. Look, Deebo Samuels was clearly out of bounds, and that was they don't call a catch with 1 foot in. Yet and still, you looked at the screen.
He's supposed to have somebody doing that for him.
But look now, you looked at the screen, you looked at your glazed ankles, and you said, "It's okay, it's okay."
Well, I knew you were gonna bring up his goddamn ankles.
Yes, of course, because he was grabbing them the whole game. I kept telling people on Twitter, Penix is coaching this team. Why? Because that's the position you put him in. That's what you said, right? So you basically was on the sideline watching Ulbrich do his job, Zach Robinson do his job, Nate Ollie do his job. Jerry Gray do his job, but you were standing there. Then you want to get animated when you see us go up 30 points. All of a
Matt,
sudden, now you went to the
Matt
game.
in the chat asked a question. He asked if do we win that game if Jaden or Terry is there. Let me tell you something, Matt. Hey man, you talking to a coach, bro. Next man up. We didn't we don't have Caleb McGarry for the whole year.
Right.
And we without AJ Terrell probably for the next month.
Yeah.
So hey, it is what it is.
But back to my point. Had they been there and we played and scored, it probably would have went the same way. It just would have been probably a lot closer. And I guarantee you those calls that didn't get made probably would have hurt us a little bit more. But my thing is this. He did not coach this team. Mike Penix did what the fuck he had to do. Period. I'm not giving him no fucking credit because you don't throw your quarterback to the wolves and say win this game for us, and then it is what it is. Because guess what? If we'd have
If
lost
we
that
lose
shit,
that game yesterday,
it would have been on Penix.
it would have been on Penix. And that's
Right,
why Raheem Morris is incapable of
right,
running this goddamn football team.
right.
He gonna show us. He gonna show us that again
And
sometime this year.
and here's my last point. What you saw from the offense was similar, but one thing they did differently. They added a wrinkle into that offense. And I've been saying this for the last 4 games. If you want to beat these teams nowadays, you got to use misdirection. They use a lot of misdirection. Why? To throw the defense off. They mixed it up. Bijan ran to the outside. Tyler Algier, they ran him up. They used guys' strengths. Period. They didn't try to make up shit. They didn't try to make everybody beat. And here's the caveat. Defenses know now that Michael Penix will throw 40 yards down on your ass if he get an opportunity.
You know why he was able
They
to
let them boys play.
You know why he's able to hit that shot? He was able to hit that shot because they had to walk that safety down in the box because they was getting a heavy dose of 70 and 25.
Yeah.
And then the usage of Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts looking like a tight end, y'all.
Because he know how to use his body. He's a problem.
I just hate we lay the egg against Carolina like that because now they fans got nerve to be look Carolina fans, y'all be quiet, okay? Don't talk.
Hey, no, wait. I got a short, and I'm gonna shout out. I ain't gonna call his name, but I'm gonna shout out the goofball decided to get in my chat last night. Let me tell y'all something, Carolina. I told y'all little raggedy ass motherfuckers, y'all was gonna go back to form, and I said, hey, enjoy the win. We gave y'all early Christmas present. Oh, we the shit? No, you're not. You're in the shit. That's why the Patriots drug your ass like a prostitute rug.
Somebody got to echo. Kind of fix it if you can. What you got, Mr. White?
We won. We own the Buffalo.
And there you have it for Mr. White. Listen, sometimes it boils down to that. I understand. Trust me, I completely understand what Mr. White at. It's not too much to nitpick. Sometimes you got to get the win. I still like to see better. I still got to see better tackling. Caden Ellis can be a goddamn defensive player of the year candidate right now if he wrap up. If he just wrap up a little bit more, he's there a lot. Caden missed 3 sacks yesterday.
They gotta stop putting him in coverage too.
He's not bad in coverage. He's just better. He's just better in go mode. Wrap up, man. You learn that shit in Pop Warner. Stop trying to go for the big hit. Look, we know y'all want to not the quarterback block off. I get it, but just get the man on the ground.
We are one of 3 teams in the NFL that has created a turnover in all 4 of the games to start the season.
Defense playing pretty good, y'all. Somebody actually, that CC dude, I ain't gonna say his name out. Sam, you know who I'm talking about. The guy who you said might say one smart thing every 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about how disappointing he was in the defense. I said, do you remember the 2 short fields that the defense got on the 4th and 1, and then hey, special teams tighten up, special teams.
Yeah.
We don't
Punt
win on
coverage.
field goal kicker enough, but that
Punt coverage need to be a whole
punt
lot
coverage,
better
that
than
kickoff
what it
coverage need
is.
to be a little bit better. We let the McCaffrey kid look like his brother or his cousin. Is that Christian's brother or cousin?
That's his
Yeah, we
brother.
don't even know it. Oh, that's his brother?
Yeah, that's his brother. Luke is his brother.
Yeah, yeah. They all worked out in the summer. Them two and Bijan. I'm gonna tell you something. It's hard for me to give somebody this type of credit. That boy special. Number 7. The motherfucker scored a touchdown yesterday. I don't know if y'all realized it. When he flipped over and he flipped over and landed on his right hand and pushed himself up with his right hand. If you think, oh, that ain't shit, try to do a one-handed push-up. Right now, try to do a
Yeah,
one-handed push-up. If your goddamn arms
yeah.
don't be like spaghetti,
Bijan Robinson is the ultimate X factor.
That he is.
back in the
Okay,
day, you remember
he is
they used to call
capable of
somebody the
having
human
a Roger
joystick.
Craig type of season. Okay, and those of y'all that are old enough to know who Roger Craig is, you know what I'm talking about. He is capable of having a Roger Craig type season.
All I'm saying, all I'm thinking about this game, I mean, we won. I'm like saying, I'm on the Buffalo. I mean, I know most folks they fit go see David Blaine, and that's me referring to Magic City. But you know, they gonna go to David Blaine and throw money everywhere because they won a game. They beat
That'll be
Dan
the
Quinn.
night. That'll be the night, man. A lot of
Oh,
NFL players party on Monday night.
you're right. The night David Blaine night. Okay, so that yeah,
Yeah. A
it's
lot of NFL players they party on Monday night because most of the league is off on Tuesday unless you playing a
Monday.
Thursday night game or you play the Monday night game tonight.
Yeah. So now they going to David Blaine tonight to go have some fun and whatnot. I ain't impressed. I ain't impressed at all. The
Healer,
team too inconsistent. So I need consistency before I start throwing
yeah,
pom poms everywhere.
heal up. Got a few injuries nicked up. Hopefully AJ be ready, close to getting ready after the bye week. You can't rush a hamstring injury. We
No,
got
you cannot.
Buffalo. We got Buffalo and the go take a shitter hands coming out after the bye week. The go take a shitter hands tasted their blood against Jacksonville at home yesterday.
But look,
I think
I'm honestly, because Buffalo Falcons, y'all got 2 weeks and a day. Y'all need to be coming up and agreeing upon how many ways y'all gonna try to knock out Josh Allen.
Because it's really because they offense is Josh Allen the bus.
So y'all need to be getting Ellis. I'm not saying Ebiketie because he get a wild hair up his ass and he go to acting crazy. I need Ellis. I need Divine Diablo. I look Jalen. I need Pierce. All y'all motherfuckers need to come together and have a campfire meeting on how y'all gonna knock Josh Allen block off consistently.
If we talking about Kaden Ellis missing sacks, then I'm gonna need him. I'm gonna need him to snuggle up with a damn one of them football dummies every night for the next 2 weeks.
No,
That
no.
goddamn Caden.
Let's get a little bit more. Cade Nellis need to go out there and hug an oak tree every day until it's time to play football. I
Listen,
need bear hugging an oak tree.
I hope Caden listen to this. Caden, if you make half them tackles you miss, you are right now an early candidate for Defensive Player of the Year. Because he's there. It don't mean jack shit. Hey, look, you could be in the club with a broad, you can feed her drinks all night. But guess what? She go home with a dude that got $40.
I mean,
I hope y'all go over nobody's head.
I mean, money talks.
It's funny because I've seen this happen.
Mr. White, before you came in, we talked about Charlie Morton retiring, and the possibility of Brian Snicker retiring, and your candidates for the guy to replace Snick. What you got on that?
Congratulations to Mort. It was an emotional moment. Piggybacking off of Chris Sale, and what he said about it. The man had a pretty good career. There's nothing to be, to have any regrets about. Going home to play with the kids and the grandkids. Snick can kick rocks on a train track with Amtrak coming. Okay. I've said Walt Weiss.
Walt Weiss is my fourth guy too. That's what I was trying to talk about earlier. Appreciate that, Sam.
Walt Weiss, Chipper, maybe even Smokes, as candidates if we're gonna dig out, within the organization. If we go outside,
I don't think Smoke's coming out that booth. He enjoying that shit too much.
He is. If we go outside the organization, it's gonna have to be a Lasorda, Baker.
Lasorda dead, Sam.
I'm just speaking on the type.
Oh, okay.
Something with some cachet, some with a pedigree. Nothing new and up and coming, none of that shit. No, we need something that has a few goddamn chips up on this belt, done built something, done made some people, if we going outside the organization. The Dusty Baker.
I don't have a problem with going inside the organization, but it has to be somebody like Chipper or Eddie Perez.
Or Walt Weiss.
Or Walt Weiss. We want to say Eddie Perez. Most catchers make good managers.
So get Brian McCann.
B-Mac, if he willing to do it, if he throw his name in the hat, I wouldn't be against that.
Or
again, congratulations.
If somebody else, I got another one. Terry Pendleton.
Where is TP now?
I don't know. And for a minute there, he was trying to get on the news thing like Ryan Gant, but
okay.
Yeah, I think he was trying to do that.
TP another one of them guys. He too old school. Hey, them guys that's got a lot of old school in them. A lot of it. That's along with Schnitt in his 70s. That's why it's time for him to retire. Schnitt got a lot of old school in him. Schnitt is one of those type of guys that, look, I'm not going to sit up here and tell you how to do your job. You need to go out there and do your job, and that's it. This new generation need a swift kick in their ass. They do. They need a swift kick in their ass.
Good morning, Christy. Good morning, Christy. Thanks for jumping on.
Hey, what's happening? Everybody in the chat, make sure y'all hit them buttons. All right, what you got on the tech game there, Mr. White?
He said Tech. He said Tech. He said Tech.
Georgia Tech.
He said Tech. He said Tech.
Take overcooking my grits, man. They overcooking my grits. King, he putting the ball on the ground too much.
He did not. It wasn't him this week. It was Jamal Haynes with that BS from on the cruise
Yeah,
on the cruise drive.
that was Jamal Haynes saying. He ain't put the ball on the
but
ground.
I'm still stuck on the 3 he put on the ground with Temple. They let them back in the game.
I understand.
That shit get contagious. That shit get contagious, man.
Well, here's the thing. You got to factor in how much they're using them. They really.
I know.
Britt Key pretty
I
much
just-
saying, "This how we gonna come at you. You need to stop it." What I'm afraid of that young man getting hurt because he takes a beating every game.
I mean, he a big tough kid and all, but you got to find a way to minimize that. To find the
They
type
got
of runs
athletes
that
over
don't.
there. They got Isaiah. They got my favorite is that Canyon kid. That 6'4", that 6'4" speed, didn't he? On the edge. You got Haynes coming out the backfield. Haynes never dropped the ball. I don't know what happened with that. Well, it was a good tackle. Okay.
It actually was a good hit though. Buddy put his helmet on the ball, so I really
And then
can't.
you got the other 2 kids. You got Malik Rutherford, and what's the other kid name?
Cannon, the 6'4" dude.
It was Canyon Rutherford is one more, and there's one more guy out there on the edge.
Look, I'm at this point. I'd rather see them in a triple option and have both of them guys back there, and you run that motherfucker every play. Fuck that. You got very 4 strong, mean individuals in that backfield. We should be. Haynes should not be the only one. Haynes should not be running the ball 20 times a fucking game. I'm just saying that.
But they do be implementing that other running back. He be getting a lot of carries too.
You got them beat the defense down. You got to meet the dude.
Right now, Tech is favored to win every game on their schedule up to Georgia, and right now I wouldn't be too quick to goddamn put favor Georgia over them. Now, go ahead, Sam. I got my.
All right, everybody put your seatbelts on.
I got my popcorn.
Hey, before Sam go, brothers, I got to step off of here. I got some running to do. Appreciate you, cuz. Sam, LT.
Make sure you put channel in the chat.
Yes, sir. Hey, look, man. Mr. Tactician 78, YouTube. Check it out. I got some shorts coming up. Make sure you hit all my brothers on the panel. I'm out, y'all.
All right, bro. Have a good one.
All right, later.
Seatbelt on.
All right, my seatbelt on now. Let's go.
Where we going? Where we going?
We gotta get your thoughts on the Georgia game.
Fuck Mike Bobo. There is no way and no reason your defense holds Bama scoreless in the second half, and you can't produce any motherfucking points. You can't produce, and not even a fucking field goal. You can't produce no points.
They scored 7 in the second half. They should score 14. You had a bad drop.
Where I am right now, even though I know it won't happen, but Kirby Smart need to be fired.
Ooh,
Hot take. Hot take. Hot take. Hot take.
Boy,
Kirby,
I'm talking about scorches, boy. They say you got to pick the hottest day on earth. And hell is 33 times hotter than that, boy. But we on that level.
Kirby need to be fired. You've lost twice to a guy that has no business having the coaching job at Alabama. Those two losses alone is a fireable fucking offense. Along with the Ole Miss ass whooping on last year, he needs to be fired. You've let six of the best quarterbacks in this region get out of this region to other schools. You've let Carson Beck get away to the U because you would not goddamn hand Bobo his fucking pink slip and get a real offensive coordinator in Athens. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over him and his homeboy. 2 years in a row, you lose to a guy that has no business coaching in Alabama.
Well, Samuel, he gave us 2 national championships. He's one of the most winning coaches in UGA history. He's
Nah,
a great.
he one of the most winningest coaches for the first 125 games ever. That motherfucker is.
He's a God-fearing man.
No. That was Rick.
I don't care. I don't care. I'm to piggyback on something that Mike said on Saturday. Okay, you the stigmatism of the type of quarterback that you bring to Georgia. Okay, you bring these sloppy shit ass and half poor man's Mac Jones type of goddamn quarterback up there. And you let out in this region, Georgia, Louisiana, goddamn Tennessee, Florida, and the best you can fucking do is kind of such. You let a Heisman Trophy candidate in Carson Beck get out of here to Miami.
I think there was more Carson than Georgia though.
And you know why? Because goddamn it, Bobo ass. Go back and look up that man's press statement on the way out the door. I got to be in a position where my talents will be showcased in all phases of what I can do in the game.
Hold on, Carson. You led the SEC, and now I'm playing devil's advocate now. You led the SEC in touchdowns last year, but you also led in picks. We also led the nation in drops.
Let me. Okay, all right. Kirby need to be fired. Bobo need to be dropped off a motherfucking cliff. Other than that, I'm done. I'm done with it.
I will say this though.
We're in a strong position where we will probably not be playing in the bins this year. Because
we in the same situation we was in last year.
Because with the way this offense is right now, I see 2 more losses. I see 2 more losses. And this defense is playing too fucking good for that shit. You hold Alabama scoreless. Scoreless, my guy, scoreless.
Well, Sam, let me ask you a question. What I said Friday on the show, when Johnson asked us, what's the keys to the game for Georgia to win? What were my words? You can't remember?
Kirby need a pink slip.
He remembers, y'all. He just ain't saying it, but he knows what I'm talking about. Kirby's
You need
ego.
a pink slip, man. You let too many great quarterbacks get out of this region that could come to this school and turn up.
I mean,
You know, it's and then you know, you got to change it. If not, man, losing to Alabama twice in these 2 years, and that Ole Miss loss on last year, you know, he got to go, man. Enough's enough. Enough's enough.
Okay,
I,
devil's advocate here. He's lost 20 games in 7 years.
And he lost to Alabama this year and last year.
He lost to
shit,
Alabama.
yeah.
Him personally, he's 1-7 against Bama. So 7 of his
And
20
what
losses.
what I said before you got on the show, I said that's looking sketchy because remember they didn't have their top 2 wide receivers in that game. J-Mo got hurt against us, and Mitchell got hurt the week prior to us.
Well,
And
my
it's
mama
top.
had a dick. Well, I don't go off that because my mama had a dick should be my daddy.
I mean, that makes sense. That would make no. I'm gonna tell you something. I know what you were to say. I'm gonna tell you that would make sense if Georgia was actually beating Alabama. They're not doing that.
Yeah.
That would fly if we was actually getting wins. Yeah. We are literally losing to lower tier. Even the team that Saban last year, Saban coached. The last year his coach's tenure, that team wasn't even strong. They were struggling that whole year.
They top 5 in recruiting every year, just like us. They 4-5 deep at every position, just like us.
And that's smoke and mirrors when you don't have a sufficient quarterback in that class.
That I call bull. I'm gonna tell you why. I get what you're saying. They are, it states that we are both top 5 recruiting classes, but I watched Alabama go out there and lay against UCF 2 years straight. I watched 1 year they barely beat Texas, and Texas beat them the following year before they came to SEC. Last year, they beat Georgia in Tuscaloosa and got smacked by Vanderbilt the next week. And then 3 weeks after that, you lost to Oklahoma where they didn't score a point. So, like I said,
don't forget the Tennessee loss.
Yeah, and they had a Tennessee loss too. So don't get me wrong. Like you said, if your mama had a dick, she'd be a daddy. I get that, but that only applies if Georgia was actually winning games. That man is 1-7 against them, and it questions that because they was missing their top 2 receivers. So if they were playing, do we win that game? Because clearly you can't even be a flawed Alabama team now. That team ain't good. They ain't been good for years. And yet you still losing to them. You losing to Kellen DeBoer? He don't know shit about defense. He came from the Pac-12. But you can't beat him. What? Ain't no legendary coach over there. You got Kellen DeBoer. Nigga got raw dog by Oklahoma last year. But he beat in Georgia. He got smacked by Tennessee, but he beat in Georgia. He got smacked by Vanderbilt, but he beat in Georgia. Come on, son.
At home.
At home.
You get dog walked by Vanderbilt at home.
Georgia has had 233 game winning streaks. They had a 33 game winning streak over 2 years.
And all that means absolutely nothing when you're not beating Alabama.
Well, we won 2 natties, and you can't say that it means absolutely nothing. We won 2 natties, and one of them was against Alabama. I get it. We pissed off because we losing Alabama. We can't just shit on that because we pissed off about something. No, I can't do that. No, fuck that. I'm not going to.
What is the standard then?
No.
What is the standard then?
I'm not going to take away from a 33 game winning streak because I'm mad right now. I'm not going to take away. No, I'm not going to take away from a 33 game winning streak because I'm mad right now.
What is if losing Alabama don't matter?
Whoa. Everybody calm down. Everybody calm down. Let everybody calm down. Calm down. Nah, because I'm
not going to take away from a 33 game winning streak because I'm mad right now.
Answer Sam's question.
We just can't take shit away because we fucking pissed off. I get it.
Answer Sam's question. What is the standard?
I don't know what standard. What standard? Standard is what?
If losing to Alabama doesn't matter, what is the standard?
I didn't say losing to Alabama doesn't matter. What I'm saying is we can't fucking lose to Kentucky next week. We can't lose to Kentucky next week because we still got a string up our ass about Alabama. That's what I'm saying. And that's what we headed to because we need a goddamn couch to lay on. Your word, Sam. I stole it from you about Alabama.
Here's where I'm looking at it when I come to this. Because as you're right, I don't discredit the 33 game winning streak. I don't. The 33 game home winning streak, if you will. That's more.
We had 2 33 game winning streaks overall, and then look, I'm not fit. Listen. Go back.
I'm glad you said that. You said we had a 33 game winning streak, and then we had a 33 game home winning streak. Who's the common denominator that cost us both streaks?
Both of them was Alabama.
Okay, then. You had a 33 game winning streak, Alabama killed that. You had a 33 game home winning streak, Alabama killed that. Common denominator is the team that you need to be fucking beating. Okay. What was Ric Flair's slogan? In order for you to beat a man, woo, you gotta beat the man.
Absolutely. But guess what? Like I said at the top, because I ain't finna be goddamn singing Alabama's high praises. Any Alabama fans on here, I know y'all goddamn stroking your wood right now, but this shit means nothing if you go out and you trick off 2 games later on in the season to goddamn has-beens, and we go up there. Because the only thing you're gonna say is, well, we beat Georgia.
I mean, that's how I feel about Georgia, because it don't mean nothing if you got there tricking off to Alabama when you should be beating them.
If I'm in the national championship game early in January, I'm not gonna fuck about Alabama right then.
Kirby,
I'm not gonna say good job. We won in Natty, but we lost to Alabama. Fuck that.
Kirby go chick a game off in between time. You ought to do that.
I mean, if you do that, that's fine. But listen, I ain't as fucked up about that Alabama shit as everybody else is. And I get it if you are, but hey, look here. Time to move on. We'll see him again next year.
To be honest with you, I'm honest with you, bro. It's not the fact that we're losing to Alabama. You're losing to a team that's weaker than you. Like with the Falcons. It wasn't the fact that we didn't just because we lost to Carolina, we got our ass whooped by Carolina. That's the same shit with Georgia. It ain't because you losing to Alabama, you losing to a team that's been weak as fuck for the last several years. And yet somehow, some way, the head coach ego won't allow them to be successful. That's the problem.
At this point, I'll revisit this conversation when the SEC championship comes up, and we're not there.
That's all I'm saying, because you can't allow. We all know when it comes to college football, if it's one thing that's very detrimental to your season, is losing a game against a team that you are supposed to be better than. Especially if you're not close in ranking. I think Alabama was like in the mid-teens, and we were top 5. New rankings done came out. We 12 and they 10th. You can't be taking no type of losses.
What's most likely to happen? Let's take our fucking emotions out of it. What's most likely to happen? Georgia don't make it to the SEC title game, or Alabama?
I say Alabama. I mean, they got Vanderbilt coming up. They still got to play LSU, I think. And a couple other stuff. But if we being honest, they both really in danger of not being in it. Because you got, like you said, you got Kentucky. Kentucky ain't gonna lay down. You got
go to Auburn. Go to Auburn. Then you got Ole Miss. Then you got Florida. Then you got Mississippi State.
I don't think we can beat Ole Miss.
Then we got Kentucky. I mean, not Kentucky, but then we got Texas.
And then after Texas, you got Charlotte, and after Charlotte, you got
Tech at home. I
Georgia
mean,
Tech.
Tech on the road.
So you got to take on the road. So here's the thing. So now by you taking this unnecessary loss to Alabama, you just made your season that much harder for you to get the college football playoff. You got to win out.
We're in a situation right now. We're finna repeat what happened last year. We're gonna lose to Alabama and Ole Miss again. Cause I don't think we could beat Ole Miss.
You gotta win out to get to they got the college football playoffs. And here, and like I said,
you get down to the end, and then you facing a mad and streaking Georgia Tech team. Come on, bro.
And you got to play them in Atlanta. So right now you're looking at the situation where you more than likely you could possibly lose the Ole Miss at home. You could damn near trick off the game against Auburn. So that'd be 3 losses right there. Then you playing, like you said, then you playing a Georgia Tech team. They got something to prove. It's a lot going on, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of possibility. But hey, this shit go on with every SEC team. Everybody got to bring it every week.
And we know this.
Everybody got to bring it every week.
We know they got to bring it.
Here's the thing with that. Yes, everybody got to bring it, but we all know, man, we are on a different level, man. We are on a different damn level.
That's true.
All right, and you out here tricking off with these half to mid-ass motherfucking quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? And
John Stockton ain't the reason they lost that game Saturday night. I do know that much.
I don't think Gunner played bad. I just think
he didn't.
Here's where I have a problem
without Gunner Stockton.
Here's where I have a problem. Here's where I have a problem with the game, and this is why I said Kirby's ego. Now, y'all boys played ball when y'all was in y'all youth. Y'all got arch rivals that y'all love to play in, and y'all have a history against. So
they didn't have face masks on helmet when Sam played. Keep
that's
going.
fucked up. That's fucked up. But I say that to say this. So when you put things in perspective, you're talking about if you play your freshman and sophomore year at high school, or I'm gonna say your freshman, sophomore, and junior high school, and your arch rival been tearing you off every year you've been there. So your senior year come, what y'all doing? Y'all got one thing in mind in that season. Y'all trying to bust their ass your senior year. You trying to leave there with a win against your arch rival. Same shit. Same shit.
See what happens, Kirby, when you keep saying Alabama's your daddy. Kirby, you gotta tighten up, bro. I'm not gonna go as far as say he needs a pink slip, because Kirby, you're viewed as the best coaching college football, at least for 11 out of 12 games. This shit can't keep happening. You got to find a way to beat Bama. Period.
And that's just the bottom line.
In a perfect world, I like to see them in the bins. But hell, we ain't beat them in the bins. Every time we done played them in the bins, we done lost. I like 2 or 3 SEC title games and a national title game. Kirby,
matter of fact, you done lost. Let's see, we played them in the bins in 2018. You played them in the bins in 2022, no 2021 and 2023, and then you had the Natty that were played. So in 4 games that you played against Alabama in the bins, they done smacked the last one.
We 0-4 against them in the bins, right? We done lost 3 SEC title games and a Natty. Kirby, you got to get that stank off you, bro. 15 years from now when you retire, or 20 years from now when you retire, whenever you decide to retire, you don't want to have that on your resume, but he couldn't beat blank, fill in the blank.
Mm-hmm.
On to Kentucky, man. We got Kentucky at home. We can't let Alabama cause us to lose to Kentucky. But
Oh, but that, you know the crazy part, cause we got Kentucky at home. Because if we had to go on the road, that'd have been a different story. Because I ain't gonna lie, like Kentucky do play us real well when we play in Kentucky.
well, we
But then
damn near remember we damn near tricked it off to Brock Vandergrift last year. Remember
I know,
in Kentucky.
and our former a former UGA quarterback. Look at that. Look at that. Matter of fact, but hell, Don been goddamn campaigning for Brock Vandegrift the whole since we been in this damn group chat.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, so then and I know because the one college football game I went to was against Kentucky on a night game, and we smacked them that night. I remember that vividly. But like I said, this Saturday they'll go out there and beat the hell out of them. They'll beat them what 31 to fucking 14 with no hesitation.
Okay.
We can't get upset when folks start losing confidence.
And one thing about me, one of my favorite lines from a battle rapper, he said, "Don't talk about who beat me till you beat me." And right now, that's what Georgia looking like in Alabama. Y'all can laugh at Bama losing against whoever the fuck they lose to, but don't talk about who beat them until you beat them.
But I'm on the flip side, Bama fans, I don't want to hear jack shit if y'all don't get to the goddamn natty. If y'all don't get to the ACC championship, if y'all playing in the motherfucking big chick Kentucky Fried Chicken goddamn bowl on January on December the 24th, I don't want to hear about it now. I don't want to hear, but we beat y'all. Don't get it fucked up. Yeah, we pissed off that we lost to y'all, but don't get it fucked up.
Well, ATL Leo, Bama got their ass dog walked by Vandy last year by
They
Dub.
damn sure did. They damn sure did.
Okay, by Dub. So you know what I'm saying. I'm just saying. Can we get back to some NFL talk real quick?
Go ahead. Go ahead. I already know you want to go.
I know you want to touch on.
Go ahead.
Oh Lord, put your seatbelts back on, people.
Then I got to get off here, man, because I don't want
It
to
ain't
get.
gonna take because it's gonna be a quick setup because
Go ahead.
I'm gonna be on it on my show at 5 o'clock.
Run your mouth. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It is amazing that you Lamar Jackson throat babies
Oh Jesus.
um
Oh God,
break break the internet. Okay, when Josh Allen threw the interception against the Saints. Okay, but I mean, Mr. Elite quarterback, the greatest to ever do it himself, Lamar AAU Jackson on 4th and 1. You can't get 1 yard. You can't take off for that one, but you throw it out of bounds. But y'all cool with that, right?
nah, fuck that. Nah, you ain't hitting the nitty gritty. That
No,
boy
no,
quit
no,
on
no,
his team yesterday.
wait, hold on, because see, the two ensuing possessions after that, he turns the ball over. And while the opposing quarterback that he plays against is throwing his 250th touchdown, the youngest to ever do it. Yeah,
That boy,
I'm just saying, help me understand what the standard is for y'all to keep idolizing this motherfucking less than average goddamn ass quarterback in Baltimore.
that nigga quit on his team yesterday, bro. Them boys
Yes,
had a
he
whole fourth
did.
quarter. That nigga
Yes,
took
he
himself out the
did.
game. He had a
Yes.
hamstring injury. No,
Well,
bro,
we'll
you
know.
quit on your team yesterday. That's
We'll
stupid.
know we'll know after MRI if he quit. If he able to suit up next week, because AJ just had that same injury and he out. Out down there 4 to 6 weeks.
Bro,
So
they didn't have the leg that he said he had the shit he was injured on. They didn't even have it wrapped up. He was just sitting on the sideline with like a headband on his fucking leg. And it wasn't even around the hamstring. I know what a hamstring. I had a hamstring injury in high school.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the guy that y'all say y'all want as the face of the league. This is the guy that y'all say y'all are claiming to be the face of the dual quarterback movement. This is the guy. Okay, that y'all a two-time MVP for the last 6 years. Okay, has been Superman in the regular season. Well, now he's looking like Ryan Leaf in the regular season as well as the damn playoffs.
Oh shit! And hold on now, man. Damn, Ryan Lee. That's ooh, fuck.
I'm putting y'all asses on notice right now. I'm putting you on notice because I don't want to hear shit about King Henry. I don't want to hear shit about how the defense is playing. I don't hear none of that. He the highest paid motherfucker on that goddamn team. He is the leader of that goddamn team. The onus is on him. Y'all had your pom poms and goddamn thong popping goddamn against the Browns for that 102 passer rating in a game that was a 30-point blowout, and he was out there in the fourth quarter throwing the ball like they were down by two touchdowns. Stat jocking.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Them starting off 1-3 years kind of easy. I ain't gonna lie to you.
They are 1-3. You go down to H-Town and lose. I'm telling you now, y'all better be standing at the goddamn border with the state police because I'm coming.
If they lose to Houston, if they lose to Houston, they're gonna really have a problem. Houston's future.
If goddamn Cooper Rush, if Lamar is hurt and Cooper Rush comes in there and wins 2 to 3 games, now what?
Indictment. Sound the fucking alarm. It'll prove my goddamn point. Who's the motherfucking problem up there in Baltimore?
All I'm saying is that I mean Lamar played like 3 quarters or three
He
quarters.
Played the first half and he played the first half and 1 fucking possession in the third quarter and quit.
Lamar played 3 and 1/4 quarters and had 1 touchdown, and Cooper Rush came in for 3/4 of a quarter and had a touchdown. I'm just saying.
Look, man, y'all tune in at 5:00 for more on this subject and the Dirty Birds defense. You know what I'm saying? Today at 5:00 on Mr. White Network.
I got something before we go. I got something that I got to get off my chest.
Yes, sir.
10 days ago, the Atlanta Dream were eliminated by the Indiana Fever in the WNBA playoffs. The Indiana Fever, first of all, they done became the fucking the 1980s Boston Celtics. I mentioned that night, I mentioned the free throw disparity. And I said, well, maybe it's just because it's the Dream. Indiana shot 24 free throws. Atlanta shot 11 in an elimination game on Atlanta's floor. I thought that was fucking crazy work. Okay. Yesterday, the Aces in Indiana, of course, shot 11 total free throws, and Aaliyah Boston shot 13. When did Aaliyah Boston become what the fuck? Okay. Now, let me go back to that game in Atlanta. Odyssey Sims went up for a layup. She got fouled, and she landed hard. That entitled bitch, Sophie Cunningham, Caitlin Clark, and a couple more players walked on the floor. A city of Atlanta police officer walked out to tell them to go back to the bench. And them bitches sat there and argued with that lady, had the gall to try to sue the city of Atlanta. And you dumb motherfuckers out there ran with it, saying that the lady that got fired and Atlanta paid $100,000 fine, paid Sophie Cunningham $100,000. Stop believing shit that you hear. All that shit's a fucking lie. That lady's a decorated officer with Atlanta. She didn't lose her fucking job, and the city of Atlanta ain't paid shit. The rule state is you're supposed to stay your motherfucking ass on the bench, and them bitches didn't. They really getting beside themselves And I'm a fan of Sophie Cunningham play, but fuck that. I'm a Dream fan first. Y'all
I mean,
sit up
but
there, y'all tried to
that's a
y'all.
take though. If anybody know about basketball, that's immediate take if you walk on the
Yeah,
floor.
you don't support. No, you supposed to be. No, you supposed to be. It's supposed to be a game
Ejected from the
suspension, but they hurt.
game.
It don't matter anyway. Yeah, you racist motherfuckers in Indiana over there fucking with Alicia Gray. Y'all tried to goddamn. Y'all tried to crucify Alicia Gray, calling her a drama queen and all that shit there. And I will admit, Alicia shouldn't be listening to the fans like that. You tried to crucify somebody like Alicia Gray, but you're standing up for that entitled bitch, Sophie Cunningham. But don't fucking spread no lies, because the shit sound good to your ears. That lady did not lose her fucking job. And the city of Atlanta didn't have to pay that bitch shit.
Why the fuck would you do that with a basketball game? Eat a dick. You know how much shit done happened in
That lady was
basketball?
doing her fucking job. And
Right.
really, by Sophie Cunningham defying her like that, she could have put that bitch in cuffs. So
But
run tell that.
she stood 6 feet away from Charlotte. Look, y'all need to go sit
She never
down.
even
You get
touched
back.
her. And so
Nope.
what they said was, they lied and said that the police officer was shouting obscenities at Sophie Cunningham when that turned out to be a fucking lie. It was a
The
random
video
fan.
documented evidence shows to the contrary.
Yeah, that was a fucking lie. It was a random fan talking to Caitlin Clark. And if that random fan was out of pocket, you supposed to escort the fan out the arena, just like they did that racist motherfucker up in Indiana. Because you can't tell me all he said to Alicia Gray was stop flopping. That's some bullshit. Ain't no way the hell Alicia Gray would have been over there, damn near in tears, while Ryan Howard got to calm her down if all the dude said was stop flopping.
Nah, it wasn't no just stop flopping, nigga. Nigga could take
That's
trash
a
talk.
bunch
Y'all
of
be saying some
bullshit.
wild shit.
And I'm pretty sure
That's a
she's
bunch
heard
of
that
bullshit.
before.
I know that for a fact due to the fact that back in 2009, Kobe had a badass shooting night in Game 3 against Utah. Mindful again, we in Utah. So when Game 4 took place, he came out aggressive. But they showed a clip. They cut the camera to him on one time when he had to jump over a defender and he pointed at the fucking crowd and proceeded to put built their ass because of the shit they be saying up there.
So we'll get out of
So
here, man. Make sure y'all check
stop
out
fighting.
Mr. White. Make sure y'all check out Mr. White at 5 o'clock. Y'all already know he got a lot for y'all. Hey, everybody, Mr. White on Mr. White's channel, make sure you hit them buttons. Everybody on my channel, Truth Sports and Entertainment, make sure you hit them buttons. Make sure you subscribe to Mr. To the Tactician. For LT for Mr. For Mr. Tactician. For Mr. White, I'm your man OG Truth with 2 Hertz with a Z. And with nothing but the truth, ATL Sports a review. We always seek and speak the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Make sure y'all hit them buttons. Wednesday night, we will bring back the exclusive World of Wrestling where we review the last 2 weeks because we didn't have the show last week. We'll review the last 2 weeks. And Friday, of course, we'll be back with nothing but the truth ATL Sports review. Excuse me, preview.
Mm-hmm.
Have a good week, everybody. Godspeed. You ain't got to go home.
You got to get the hell on away from here.
We see you guys. Well, Sam, Mr. White, we'll see you guys at 5. I will be on with him as long as I don't fall asleep.
Peace.
We out.
Put your eyes back in your head.